It's not a biggie and she don't care. Good evening and welcome to episode 49.
Is it 49?
49!
I just woke up.
Yes.
I was asleep.
She's sleepy Kate today.
Sorry.
It's the morning episode.
Well, we went shopping, did a lot today, and I came home and made stuff to eat, and then I had to take a nap. I was tired.
Stuff to eat is always good.
I'm hungry now.
Well, then we'll get this done. We'll get her posted up, and while it's rendering, I'll make you something to eat.
Okay.
I know how to boil toast and make jello.
He's actually a really good cook. Don't let him fool you. Tomorrow you get to make us your delicious chili.
Ah, yes. Yes.
I forgot about that. Maybe
I did too.
I'll make you some biscuits
Sweet.
to go with it from scratch.
Gotta like the biscuits.
I've got to take some of the ham. Oh, excuse me. I had to take some of the ham and make a ham and cheese quiche. Also,
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
yeah, because I love that. That's gonna be good, especially because I shaved it thin and oh yeah. Now I'm hungry for it.
You're gonna be up making a quiche now.
Not today, tomorrow.
Well, better later than never.
Yeah.
So I'm cross-eyed today.
I know, poor hubby's been going through clips for 16 hours now.
Clips and clips and clips and clips. It's funny, you know.
I hear you throwing stuff, alternating with laughing hysterically. And
Yeah, well, that's the editing process.
yeah.
And that's what I hate. Because I realized today, I didn't think about it yesterday when we were talking about this, but it turns out this is actually pretty close to the biggest editing job I've ever done, because what hit me today, like a frying pan in the kitchen, was that I thought, I'll just skim through the past episodes and grab some good clips of some good stuff and put it all together in a little 50th anniversary montage, right? No, because what clued me in, I think it was the 6th or 7th hour into it. I looked at the clock and I looked at what I had done, and I realized that I did have 24 clips, and they were good clips.
Oh, I laughed so hard when you played me that preview.
They were funny. They're awesome, and the way they all synced together was perfect. But I realized I was only on episode 4.
Oh.
And then it hit me.
Oh.
Wow, this is like 48 hours of footage I have to go through.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're editing, you don't just go through the footage and watch it once. No, you got to watch it 7 million times, because you've got to line up the right cut points, and you got to remix the audio, and you got to clean up the video, and you got to right. So yeah, this is a big undertaking, because most of the features that I've edited before. Digital edits, you got like 30, 45 hours. We got 48 hours.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big. But the good news is, I've actually upgraded to a new piece of software that we got with our new camera. The Sony Vegas Pro. It's like
Yeah,
well, it's
amazing.
it was like $4,000 for the software, but it does everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's film editing software for movies,
Right. Like the new Red 1 cameras, for example. I mean, that's what all the Hollywood blockbusters are getting shot on now. And I can edit that. So, so it's really cool. I got the software. It was really, really cool. It came with camera.
Shouldn't have said that. Now your inbox is going to be flooded with people wanting you to do editing projects.
If the money's right, I guess I'd do it. But
Oh, God, I can't live with that. That wouldn't be good for all the money in the world. He hates editing.
yes, I do.
You'd rather,
But
I don't know, rebuild this house brick by brick or something.
I'm going to go on record right now as saying that it may be
Well,
2 to 3 hours, or 2 to 3 hours. It may be 2 to 3 days from now.
oh,
But I'm not going to be able to put it out tomorrow night.
well then don't call it the 50th. Call it in honor of the 50th episode. Bonus, real, retrospective, something.
Extravaganza.
Well, he initially called it that.
Okay.
Yeah, just call it a 50th episode bonus reel.
Thingy.
Bonus reel.
All right. I can do that. But yeah, it's been fun. I those first 4 episodes. Wow.
Yeah, God, it was funny. I laughed too, even.
Yeah, it's going to be good. There's going to be effects that you've never seen before because this thing's packed with them.
Yeah.
There's going to be
So cute. He had it sounding like something not ourselves for a while there. It was adorable.
well, we can go a little chipmunky or a little Satan.
Looks cute.
We've got the chipmunk Satan meter
It's really
dial.
funny.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I got planned up for this because the old software and the old computer I was using, although I knew it better, it was really limited. It's really elementary. It's it's not professional grade. Let's put it that way.
Right.
But this one is, and yeah, so it's going to be pretty exciting. That finished product, yeah, I'd say 3 days out. I should be able to have it all.
Well, just when it's done, it's done. You don't rush
Greatness.
creative genius.
That's
yeah.
right.
So,
But there's some funny stuff there. Like, I gotta say.
yeah, I agree. We've had our moment.
Yep.
So anyway,
Yes.
what else?
Well, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Easter Monday. Which has nothing to do with Easter, apparently. Really?
No, it's just a long weekend. With the government thing, give us another day off.
Oh, okay, I'm with you now. So it's got no religious significance
No,
whatsoever.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
I thought this was like day 3 when he came back or something.
That was yesterday.
But that would have been only day 2 from Good Friday.
Holy Thursday.
What, they killed him on a Thursday?
I don't know. I don't remember. Catholic school was a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
So what else?
Yeah. There's another what else I can edit up. What else? I don't know. What
You look
else?
very handsome.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have the movies lined up for your real talk?
No.
Oh, good, good. All right.
But I started watching one today. It's really good. It's a Korean crime thriller called I Saw the Devil. And it's about a special agent who is about to marry his pregnant fiance, and she has a flat tire and just happens to meet this serial killer on the side of the road, and he kidnaps her and he kills her. Of course, he's got to find the killer, and yeah. So it's shot really well so far. It's really suspenseful and good, but just as I was starting to get into the good bit, we had to run out, so I had to pause it.
So you don't You don't find out so far what ultimately happened to the tire?
No, he's silly. The tire is flat. Oh, you mean was
Right.
it planned or was it a trap?
No, I just meant did it get fixed or not?
Oh, I'm sure it got fixed.
Well, that's good.
No, it's probably sitting in a police impound anyway. It's evidence, right? She got killed in it. She got bludgeoned over the head in it. So, and then he dragged her to his underground lair and hacked her up into bits. They showed it too. Freaking awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, brilliant. Gotta love the Koreans for their crime thrillers and their horrors. Even to me, their Korean horror films beat Japanese horror films.
Wow.
They've done an entire series, and I have them all on DVD too, of like supernatural stories set in high school. And it's, I think the last one in the trilogy is the Whispering Corridors film. And they did a whole series. They're really good at kind of the kid gets bullied, dies or kills themselves and comes back and seeks revenge from the other side kind of deal.
Right.
They're like really big on that whole theme. And they've done it to perfection in several films. They're big on murder victims getting revenge on their killers. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's how ghosts are made in Korea,
Yeah.
And they come back as vengeful spirits, and you don't want to mess
Well,
with that stuff.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that stuff go back to Korean mythology? Don't they? Actually, the Japanese do. I know for sure. They have this big thing about ghosts and.
Well, Japanese ghosts, actually kaidan, that's what they're called. They come back for a whole shitload of reasons, just like American ghosts or Canadian ghosts or European ghosts. They have the same kind of motivation, but the Koreans specifically have latched onto this revenge theme for their ghosts, and they perfected it to a T. So it's really good to watch. I never get bored of the theme. I never get bored of that particular plot line. Like, I can watch 50, Korean girls teasing another girl to death and she comes back and gets revenge. I can watch them because they're always different and the stories are always clever and interesting. The deaths are always pretty cool too. So,
So do they do what we do a lot and try and adapt movies from books?
I don't think so. Maybe not the horror stuff.
No.
They crank them out there like, we do soap operas here. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's a huge genre. It's a huge market. I mean, that's what people want over there. But American U.S. film has taken to adapting all of Korean and Japanese horror. And, even a little bit of Chinese, but they're more of the political thriller and the police thriller genre, the kung fu stuff too.
Right.
So, whereas Japan puts out more of like the, it's right in front of my face and I can't. Don't you hate that when you can see something but the word won't come?
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. Come on now, help me out. What is it?
Oh.
Come on. Come on, what is it? What are they called? The Japanese warriors from...
Shogun.
No, I was gonna say Shogun.
Samurai.
Yes, thank you. Fuck. They're really big on like the samurai, film and stuff like that. Even until this day, but they just adapted now to more like sukiyaki western, the Django, But they've updated that genre, but the essential samurai theme hasn't changed.
Right.
For films, it's still central in Japan. Even if you find a Yakuza film, it still goes back to that honor-based, this is why, that's their primary motivation kind of deal. So we're in Korea, it's more, their films are more loosely based, and they're more revenge-based specifically. China. Not too many great Chinese horror films, I gotta say. But they have the kung fu film down. You know, you can't get beat at Chinese for that. And I've seen some very, very good like cop thrillers and police thrillers and triad gang film kind of deals too. So,
Huh.
yeah. No, I know my Asian market.
So what do you think you'd couple that movie with in a North American?
The one that I'm watching, I Saw the Devil
Yeah.
today. I don't know. I haven't.
Saw.
I had.
Texas Chainsaw.
No. It could go. I don't know what the premise of the film is now, because I don't know if the story's being told from the serial killer's perspective or the agent chasing the killer yet. So once I figure that out, then I'll be able to better choose a film. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, is it all about the serial killer and kind of like in Hitcher, he wants the agent to catch him? Was this a planned thing? Did he go after this woman specifically on the side of the road? Maybe it was. You just gave me the impetus to think maybe he did create the flat tire on the road. Because what are the odds of him driving by too then, right? And maybe there's some past dealings he had with the agent. Maybe the agent nearly caught him once and now he has a fascination. In which case there are several films, including the one with Bruce Willis and Sarah Jessica Parker, that took place on a Philadelphia riverboat, where the serial killer, what turned out to be his cousin actually, in the film, actually specifically killed girls that were associated with him, because it was that kind of deal. So there's a couple other films like that where so Sylvester Stallone did one in which he played a detective, and the killer was just murdering like his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriends, anybody in his circle, just kind of like knocking off everybody in his circle.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I don't know if it's that kind of deal, or if this was just a random killing and now this agent's going to hunt him down like a dog, because he killed his pregnant fiance. And in which case the girl's father was also a retired police detective, so that's going to be an interesting twist. We've seen the future, what would have been the future son-in-law, and this retired detective sitting on a bench, after the funeral, talking about the daughter and talking about nailing the son of a bitch, that kind of thing.
Right.
So, I don't know yet. I don't know. Once I finish watching it, I'll be able to better tell you what direction they're going with it, because right now it could be anything, because she's just dead. They just had the funeral. The dad and the fiance are mourning her now, and that's as far as I got.
And that's on Netflix, right?
Everything that I watch and review is on Netflix. Everything, you can get it on Netflix, or else I wouldn't tell you about a film you can't get or you can't watch.
Yeah.
So that's why you won't ever see me reviewing Whispering Corridors or any of that high school revenge series from Korea, because they don't have it on Netflix.
Well, here's a question. I noticed recently, Blockbuster is now getting into that whole digital media
Oh,
market.
they've tried to do it for quite a while, and but what they do is they'll mail you the DVDs, but you have to return them to the store, stuff like that. It's completely different than Netflix.
No, I think they've got a watch online thing now.
I've not ever seen that.
Okay.
But I'll check it out, because if so, it's funny because when I first got into foreign film, oh God, about, I don't know, maybe a decade ago, I used to go to Blockbuster, because there was, Amazon wasn't really a big deal yet with the digital stuff, and there wasn't any Netflix at the time, and On Demand didn't carry that, and I was just getting into satellite TV and watching channels from other countries. So Blockbuster was it. What I could get at Blockbuster, that was it. I used to have them order me films, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I used to go down to the store and like rent, tons of films when I first got into foreign film. And thankfully they had a big enough selection to keep that interest going for me, because who knows if it had waned back then, where I'd be today,
right?
So they were, instrumental in continuing my foreign film aficionadoism.
Good.
So, but then once Amazon came on board, I just started buying them, like by the crateful, because they had everything. You could get everything on Amazon. You name it, it's on there.
Yeah, actually, when I first got here, I couldn't believe that cabinet you got upstairs is just filled, shelf after shelf
Yeah.
after shelf with DVDs.
Yeah.
It's just nutty.
That's from my Amazon days when I used to buy them and stuff I didn't return to Blockbuster. So, hey, where's our sound effects tonight?
I don't know.
Forgot them. It's okay.
No, I got a bunch of other stuff floated right now. And
Yeah, we're doing other stuff now, and we're trying to do the film edit, so it's going to be an episode in brief, because I'm tired. I want to go back to bed.
I think the folks at home might have noticed that.
But if you notice, you can't talk about film without me perking up, so.
Hmm.
See, you knew that. That's why you started talking about that.
One would think, yes.
You did. But yeah, that's it. I'm really interested, and yeah. And as Real Talks, the episode go on as well, I'll start, as I start doing more of these comparatives, I'll start finding more niches of comparatives to analyze too.
Yeah.
Right now I do your basic structure of, plot, subplot, character development, climax, ending, that sort of thing. I break it down. But I'll start finding more, variations of things as I go. So. And I'm interested to do the original versus remake, too. So maybe those will be like special episodes. Now, for the first time, wait a minute. For the first time, I watched the updated version of Nightmare on Elm Street yesterday while I was making dinner. And, was it James Earl Haley that played Freddy in this one? I think that's his name. I can't remember now. I'll have to double check. Don't quote me on it. But he was actually really good. It was surprising. And, he played the molester in that film Little Children with Kate Winslet and that actor I love so much from Hard Candy, with where he played the child molester in Hard Candy that Ellen Page, as a 14-year-old, went to seek revenge on, made him think she was castrating him, the whole 9 yards. Smartest 14-year-old on the planet. But anyway, but in this day and age, you have 14-year-olds that have an unusual knowledge of medicine and psychological manipulation and things because of the internet and the availability of university level writings and stuff at their fingertips. It's astounding. And the writer of that was utterly brilliant. It was an indie that, in my opinion, blows the blockbusters out of the water now, story wise. So it was original, it was fresh, it was unheard of, shocking. But
yeah, I've never been into, well, really, for the most part, except for one film. I've never been into sequels, and I certainly have never been into remakes, because I've every one I've ever seen, they can't recapture what the first one had. First of all, I agree.
I've never seen a remake better than the original in my life.
Right.
Ever.
No,
you're right.
And anything new or original that they would have brought to it just didn't work. Right. In my mind.
Now, the only difference is in that, and if my neeps start getting into watching more non-U.S. films, or there's some adaptations of a foreign film into a U.S. that I prefer. Generally, not as a rule, no. I think they screw up, the original, because, and I've mentioned this on other shows, maybe even other webisodes, that America sticks no matter what, do or die, by the standard 3-act structure, and that film Elsewhere experiments with that kind of story structure. And Kevin Stein, my uber screenwriting mentor, mentioned the possibility of the fact that it's amateurs doing those other scripts, and maybe it's their first time films, and they don't intend to screw with the structure of the story as much. They're just inexperienced, and that's the way it turns out. But in my opinion, whether that's the case or whether it's intended, like Asian horror, right? Japanese horror, let me clarify, because Korean horror is a little more straightforward and linear than Japanese horror. You know, they go from like 4 scenes from the climax, and then they'll go back to the beginning, and then they'll go, you know, like 15 scenes from, you know, the opening of Act 2 and what we would consider an Act 2. I don't even know if they have act structure. I mean, they just jump around like a flopping fish in their story structure.
Yeah.
And the reason I love that genre so much in that particular production style is because I have to keep paying attention. Because if I miss one thing, I'm going to miss the whole damn thing. And for anything to hold my attention is good. Because I'll do this show, I'll play Castleville, I'll write a paper, I'll be, you know, cooking, I'll do 15 things at once. And it's very rare that I actually sit there and actually have to pay attention to a film so I don't miss something. So I kind of like that jumbled structure. You know, U.S. films, I can tell you what's going to happen almost in 99.9% of the time. They're predictable. And U.S. audiences like that. They like the familiar. They like predictability. They don't, you know, it's your buffs that like the unique and the, like Inception. Brilliant. Another hugely brilliant concept. Yeah, but again, the act structure and the plot were predictable. You know, the story is what kept me guessing. I didn't understand the reasoning behind. I had to watch it a couple times until I got the reasoning behind the story, because the story was so innovative and deep.
Yeah.
But still, the shooting structure and the plot structure were U.S. So there you go. Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, you know, that remake of John Carpenter's The Thing. I mean,
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, they even created characters that weren't even there.
See, that shit kills me.
These new teen characters.
Yeah, no, she's not a teen now. She's in her
whatever.
mid-20s. She also played the lead in the roller coaster one of Final Destination. And she also played John McClane's daughter in the last Die Hard that they did. And she was also the lead character in Wolf Lake, the series that was hugely popular on
well, good, but you see,
Sci-Fi or Chiller, but
the thing is the original Thing, that entire cast, that really was a northern,
that's right. You're
scientific,
not gonna find,
or a
that
scientific,
was an Arctic
a
exploratory
scientific
team, right?
camp, or an oil camp.
Right.
Those are the kinds of people that you find in those places.
But that was pre-Die Hard feminism too. Now there's
and
women
that was
all
also
the time.
before I worked as a field supervisor for 6 camps and knew that. But after that experience in 2007, you know, you look at the Thing again and you're like, wow, you know, it's
even
so
more.
much more realistic.
Yeah.
And
It's got that
and then for this remake to come out and.
But I haven't seen it and you haven't seen it, so you just take umbrage at the fact they added a female 20-something character because
just to appeal to the
U.S. audiences
yeah.
of today. Okay, well, they're trying to capture a new generation with, the old stories.
No, it really.
We haven't seen it. You can't say that.
The trailer is all you need.
Well, see, I was fascinated by the trailer. I want to see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. See, and I hated the remake of The Fog.
Yeah,
John Carpenter.
terrible.
Frickin' hated it. Are you serious? She's the dead wife of the captain. Get the hell out of here. Doesn't fly. None of it flies. They screwed that royally. Royally. However, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll do my research, I think John Carpenter had a hand in this remake. So that's why, of The Thing. So that's why I can't say it's absolutely unequivocally a write-off, because I haven't seen it. I'm not exactly sure. If he had any kind of 2 cents worth in the Thing, then the storyline will still be the same. Right? You got to update this stuff, though, too. So I can't, I can't rule it out. But yet, as of yet, I've not seen a remake or an adaptation of an original film that's better than its predecessor. I have to take that back. War of the Worlds was probably the only one. It was definitely better than the Orson Welles one. So, sorry. But
Really?
But that's the time period. That story needed those uber technological tripods with the lasers and the sound effects and the special effects and and being started in Jersey. I mean, it needed that,
Well, yeah, but you come from there.
Yeah, but it was also, the original was also just really, I don't even think the character development in the original withstood the pacing necessary for a sci-fi film like that. You know, there was an issue I had with the pacing of the original, you know.
Yeah.
Because back then they didn't have that kind of, you know, Michael Bay feeling of that's what a film should be like when it's like this, right?
Right.
Because they didn't shoot film that way then. But, yeah. Yeah, so that might be the only one that I would say I'm glad they remade that because it's much better now. You know?
I guess I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. They reshot Citizen Kane. God awful. Horrible. Oh my god. And I love Liev Schreiber. I'll watch him in anything, but that was really suckish, gotta say. You know. Yeah. The remake of The Omen, I'm on the fence. Again, Liev Schreiber and, oh, frick, that chick, she's always doing those, she plays the white girl in Jungle Fever. What the hell's her name?
You know, the white girl.
Yeah. Anyway, she played his wife. It'll come to me. It always does. I thought that was a pretty decent remake, too.
Did you?
Yet they stuck to the original story, though.
Yeah.
They didn't screw with The Omen. They didn't screw with the story. It was Damien, and it was Italy, and it was the politician. The only thing they changed was how he comes to power. You know, the original Omen opens with Gregory Peck already in power. And we see Liev Schreiber and the wife before they get to that big fancy house and adopt Damien and stuff like that. So, that's the only thing they changed. But other than that, it was a pretty accurate, down to the nanny, down to the dog. Mia Farrow is the nanny. Oh, wasn't quite sure that was an appropriate casting, but it worked. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right there, I guess there's two films that I could do: the War of the Worlds original and the remake, and the Omen original and the remake. And if I have a chance to see the new thing, I will, and definitely. If anybody's any kind of John Carpenter fan, you know, all the Halloweens done by Rob Zombie, I won't even watch them.
Said that whole.
Won't even watch them. Don't even go there. No way. Bad.
Is it the whole Tim Burton thing?
You know what? I started watching the remake that he did of the original Halloween, and it just doesn't float in this time period. You know, it was, you know, back then, the early 80s, you know, the bell bottoms, the girls were still kind of innocent, you know, they didn't just go bang everybody, and it just worked. The babysitting, nobody babysits like that anymore. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It just didn't work, you know. So, not even in middle America. It's just not like that anymore. It just didn't work for me. Because now, it never happens. I mean, you have cell phones. You have, everybody's so much more aware and trained about crime and things like that. It just doesn't fly in this day and age to me. So updating that didn't work.
Yeah, but I mean, with all the horror films, you know, you're always sitting there going, no, don't go down the dark stairway. Don't,
yes, that's
you know,
true.
don't open that door. Well,
Yeah.
why are you opening that door?
Yeah.
You know Satan's outside the door. Why are you opening it? But I mean, they do it anyway.
Right.
That stuff has been around since day one.
Yeah. Some of the better films today will actually write that sort of stuff in there because they know the audience is saying that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they'll actually have the character saying, well, I'm not scared to go down there. You know, I know I shouldn't, but I'm not scared to go down. Or, you know, they'll have a cell phone, but, like, the battery will be dead, or they'll drop it in water.
No
or something.
service. Or,
Right.
Yeah.
So they actually do, those are the clever ones because it makes it more believable in this time period, too. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'd go with that.
Yeah. So tomorrow's actually episode 50. What are we going to be doing?
I think we better, like, bake a cake right here on the table or something.
Well, if you could figure out a way to move the studio mobile.
Yeah, I can do that.
We tried that. Well, in all fairness, it was like right before we were ready to shoot at 11:30 at night, and stuff like that. So
That's when her ideas come to her.
yeah.
Oh, let's do this.
Well, I was cooking. It was not this past weekend, the weekend before. Remember? And I said, well, I want to do the webisode, but I still got to stay out here and make the eggplant. So
Put it on the good new computer.
yeah.
No, that's doable. I mean, the booms here, they come down. I got, I
I know.
can reset everything to,
I know. We can absolutely do them upstairs using my desktop. My computer's upstairs.
right. So the question is, are you going to bake a cake in the bathroom?
No, but we don't have to shoot baking a cake. I mean, I'm just thinking it would be great to give the Meeps another set besides the damn studio.
Sure.
You know.
Damn this damn HTLA place, Jesus. Yeah. Well, okay. Sure. Fair enough.
This is
well,
his
actually,
man cave now, though. You have to understand. He gets out of bed. He comes all the way downstairs into the studio. And then I don't see him again until it's time to go to bed. He
No,
doesn't
dinner
leave
time.
here. Dinner time and to pee. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
He even Skypes me when he needs coffee. He doesn't, yeah, if I'm not in here. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's his man cave.
Well, you see, what I'm thinking is, I was actually planning on doing this a couple of weeks ago. Once the weather starts getting nice and whatnot, doing the live broadcast from down at the boathouse there down by the lake.
Yeah, down the clubhouse.
Doing some stuff in the city, on location. Maybe even a Times Square broadcast.
Wow.
Why not, right?
Yeah. Well, June G is off. Her last day of school is June 11th. She's going to be gone for a few weeks to camp, and then we can go out and do stuff too, because we don't have to worry about lugging her too.
Sure, but I mean,
Unless you
there's
gotta make her
so
the
many
PA.
places in and around New York City. Pier 91, another great place, and one of the things that I was thinking that I mean is easily doable is we'll just take all the gear and I'll probably have to buy a couple of pieces of gear, but make it so that the studio's mobile too, so that we can go out on location in places, because there's a number of promotional things we want to do for the radio station this summer.
Yeah.
That would really kind of
Benefit from that. Yeah.
be good to so
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. I don't care about anything today. Talk to me when I care again.
all right.
Yeah.
So she doesn't care, and I'll keep working like always.
Generally, it's the other way around, folks.
Oh, even when I don't care, I keep working.
Well, that's debatable.
All right. Well, you got a few minutes. Debate it.
As long as he's in the man cave, he thinks he's working.
No.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't care. I just don't care right now. So it's cool.
All right.
Yeah. That was then and this is now, right?
When was then?
Before now.
Okay.
So until a new now is established as opposed to what was then, I'll just hang out in limbo and not care. So,
Wow.
yeah. I'll still be here too because I still work too.
She just doesn't care.
I just don't care and I don't enjoy it. So,
Oh no. No.
no, it really sucks when you can't enjoy anything. Makes you not care.
Some Supreme Court ruling get handed down that I don't know about?
No.
Oh. All right. Well,
I know, I gotta make a pot. There's only a bit of cilantro left in the pot.
oh.
I'll give that to you. I'll make a pot while you render and
Not care.
well, are you not gonna care anymore either?
I don't care.
I learned it from you.
Either way, I'm still posting the crap. It's still going to be up on the website. 50's going to come tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that was the question, and you didn't answer the question.
Oh,
What's 50 going to be like? If we're not putting out the bonus reel tomorrow because we have this jazzy new stuff and it's going to be awesome. When is it coming? What's tomorrow?
well, like you always say back in the then when you did care, you'll just have to tune in tomorrow to find out. Right?
I still care, I just don't have the energy to put the effort into caring right now. But I still care.
It's a sad day for meeps everywhere.
No, I still care about my meme.
Oh,
Of course I do. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if I did it.
okay.
Yeah.
So you don't care about...
Anything else.
No.
Right.
Well, I guess that's me, because I'm not a meep.
At the moment, you're my number one meme. But no. I know.
All right.
Anyway, what was I saying? Because now my mind doesn't work anymore. So I'm lucky I can hold a singular thought. Those days of uber efficient robotic multitasking are behind me for now. So I'm lucky I hold even a singular thought. So what was I just saying before the meeps thing?
That you don't care in the now.
No, it was after that, before the meeps thing. Oh, what's 50 going to be like tomorrow then?
And again,
Oh, you just have
Take
to...
two.
Okay.
you'll just have to tune in tomorrow to find out.
See, I told you I can't hold a thought. Oh, well.
Did you hit your head on the way in here or something?
No. No, but I did just wake up. Remember?
Oh, yeah, but it's been an hour. You're awake now.
I think I need another cigarette, please.
Oh. I thought you didn't care.
I didn't say I didn't care about my cigarettes.
Oh. Of course.
Right.
Fine hand-tooled Corinthian tobacconist product.
Really? Where's Corinthia? Where's Corinth?
Well, it'll be somewhere around Greece, if I remember correctly.
No. Actually, Corinth was the setting, if I'm not mistaken, for the soap opera One Life to Live. Or, no, wait, that was Landview, Pennsylvania. Corinth was, oh my God, was it real? No. No, Port Charles was set in New York somewhere. All My Children was set in, Pine Valley, New York. General Hospital was set in Port Charles. Huh. I can't remember. I want to say One Life to Live, but it's been frickin' decades since I watched soap operas. Now they canceled them all. But, Corinth. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever. I don't care. It was just a fleeting thought. Didn't great matter.
All right.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, you just get to the point where, you hit that wall and you can't do anything further except just be for a while. So, that's where I'm at. I'm just going to be. Because that's about all the energy I've got. It's just to be. I can't take any kind of active participation. I'm on my energy reserves. Just, think of me like a rocket ship. I'm on the reserve tanks. So I can just be right now. I'm just floating in orbit at the moment. That's a pretty good analogy, actually.
I was thinking more like hiatus, Kate.
No, I'm not on hiatus. I'm still sitting here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where was your show today?
Well, we had to run out. We had emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get home until 8, and then everybody's hungry. And then I took a nap. We had that meeting today about the direction of that. So. It's funny you should say that though, because I thought about putting it on hiatus, but until Real Talk had been completely developed and flowing, you know. But that thought just left me for till now.
Huh.
It just reminded me.
There you go.
I don't think we need to make any kind of formal announcements. Yeah, because we were just, well, we were mucking around with the schedule anyway. So, you know.
All right.
Because although I have guests and everything, and Real Talk and Sex and the Kitty, they're not live broadcasts. They're professionally produced in the studio, pre-recorded products.
Uh-huh.
To my mind. So it doesn't matter when I do them, right? I can do 17 of them in a row tomorrow, and Bob's your uncle. Which it might be a good idea with all the other stuff going on.
Yes.
You know? Maybe we should have a meeting about that and see if I can do that.
Yeah, we're going to have to at some point soon, regardless.
Yeah, because there's going to be a time within the next 8 weeks or so that I have to worry about finding my beautiful new house and moving before the new school year starts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so that's going to take me out of the studio for a great portion of the day if I have to do all that.
Well, the good news will be that before that point in time happens,
You'll get us mobile and
yeah,
stuff
we'll have
too.
the mobile equipment ready.
Yeah.
So,
well, again, in the event of that, and this is the thing, I've been meeting with, you know, certain agencies and entities to make sure that I have, you know, booked in advance 6 to 8 weeks of guests for Straight Talk and stuff like that.
yeah,
But then there's also been that conflict where I wanted to keep Straight Talk relevant to the social topic. So I choose authors, and it's not just film people, it's everybody, right? So I'm dealing with, you know, literary agents and, you know, all kinds of other people that in my film business I don't really have to deal with. Now for Real Talk, I'm dealing with, I want crew and I want, you know, production perspectives, and I definitely want more screenwriters on and, you know, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know. And I want like master screenwriters too, so not like, you know, I want people that actually know their craft and can enlighten me in the process as well.
hmm Well, you know, don't turn that table that one way.
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know. See, that's the thing.
No, my point was is that, you know, screenwriters could learn a thing or two from you too.
Oh, thank you. I don't look at myself that way, though. I'm just happy people like my stuff.
That's because it's good.
And he wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. He's not an ego
Nope.
stroker. But then again, neither am I, so. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah. I don't do anything I can't do well. It's just, I don't, failure's not in my vocabulary. So if I can't do it well, I just don't do it. Because there's other things I'd rather do that I know I do well.
Yeah.
I mean, why waste my time trying to do something I suck at? It doesn't make sense, you know. But, wow, yeah. Wow, yeah. Huh. Ah. What else? You know. And it's something I gotta have a passion for too, you know. There's things I'm good at that I don't want to do anymore because I don't have passion for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like I don't want to clean the house. I'm good at that. I don't want to do that. I'm good at laundry. I don't want to do the laundry. So those kind of things.
You've had enough practice.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would love to want to clean the house and do laundry. Just don't have a passion for it anymore. I love to cook. I love to.
And you also do that well.
I like to make dinner for my family and have company. Nothing makes me happier than when they're both because it's so good. And Mo's over there whining in his chair because there's no pets around the dinner table. He cries because it's funny though. I've noticed he waits till we're done. Like he won't start whining while we're in the middle of the meal. As soon as we put our forks down, he starts that whiny cry. He does.
Yep.
So cute. I did start scrapbooking again today.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a pet layout upstairs on my crafting desk in my office. I'm devoting a whole page to my William Shakespeare, my kitty that died.
Huh.
He was the most profound kitty of my life. Yeah. And he looks just like our Fender Q Mayhem. Fender's just as smart too. He just needs the attention that Willie got, unfortunately. My attention is in so many divergent directions now. He's my youngest baby cat now. He just turned a year old on April 1st. So, he was actually his birthday present this year. From Gia.
Yeah. Let's really put that the way it is. It was my birthday present for Gia.
He was meant to be ours anyhow.
Oh, yes. Yes, because as all of you at home know, and I'm sure you do too, I need cats.
You do. But we resist, we confront. Embrace the feline. And then you'll stop getting them thrown in your life all the time. You embrace the doggies, you don't keep getting them thrown every day into your life. But every 2 days, there's new cat stuff. That's the way it works.
You know, I haven't embraced the doggies. These two screw-ups here, no.
No, but you embrace doggies.
The kind of bond that I've had with my dogs in the past, this doesn't.
Well, you had a biased opinion when you got here. You didn't bond with anything for a long time. So, kind of missed the boat.
There's a bonding boat?
Yes. And if you miss it, it's hard to get back on it after time has passed and a negative established relationship has been developed. It's hard to go back and fix that. You can't start over. It's kind of like those sayings, first impressions, or you only get one. It's kind of like that. So, whatever. That would be a cute clip too. All throughout the last 48 episodes or so, I've said whatevs quite a lot.
Yep.
So that would be cute too.
And what's next?
What else?
What else?
So what else?
So what else?
Yeah. That's my trademark tagline. All right.
Well, I hope we're stepping it up tomorrow, because, man, watching this one over,
It's going to blow out.
people are going to be like, why are you having a 50th, man? What the hell are you doing?
I'm doing my Chris Sharon invitation.
Oh, right!
The other
Your
day.
special somber show.
My summer show. Change. We need to embrace change. No, I'm not making light of it. Everybody had a full moon culmination in one way or another, and if you didn't, you're a liar. So.
I didn't. No. The work's still here. I'm still here.
There'll always be that definitive before and after.
Yes. Before the dogs and cats and after the dogs and cats. Oh, wait, there is no after the dogs and cats, because they're eternal.
That's right. See? It culminated in a realization.
Yeah. Piss on what I want.
Uh-huh.
But that's not really a.
You know, life's
That's
a
not
two-way
really-
street. You got to give to receive. That's the way
not
it
a
goes.
new realization, actually.
You know,
I realized that at 14.
that's bullshit.
I
though.
just keep getting that over and over
No,
again.
that's bullshit. You know what you keep getting? What you expect and what you subconsciously and unconsciously create to happen. Because everything is yours. Everything was yours. Everything. Carte blanche, no limits, nothing.
Just everybody else didn't get the memo?
No, everybody got the memo. But you lead an army onto the field of battle and you abandon the army, then they're not going to fight anymore. They're just not going to. So, that's just the way it goes. Sun Tzu.
Well, if I abandoned the army, that means that the English would have paid me off with properties and
And if that's what you value,
titles.
if that's what you value, then there you go.
Right on.
Right. So,
Except they didn't do that, did they? No.
no.
Oh.
So then the only other explanation would be what?
But I'm yellow.
Fear. That's right.
I'm yellow.
Fear. Fear is the killer of dreams. It is the only killer of dreams. Yeah.
Well, on that high note,
Fear is the killer of dreams.
yeah. Good night, everybody.
Make 'em clap for this.